Stay true to who you are. That's the message. You can literally just take that message and run with it. It says what it means. Who are you? That's the first thing, though, you have to figure out. To be able to stay true to who you are, you got to figure out who you are. You have to figure out your values. You got to figure out what you stand for, because there's no way that you can stay true to who you are if you don't know even who you are. You don't know what you stand for. You literally are completely lost. Obviously, if you're in that position, you can't stay true to who you are. But let's talk about how you can figure out who you are, and then we'll talk about how to stay true to that person. Figuring out who you are is always looking within. We get to pass the pain, we eliminate those toxic people, and this is just a basic summary. You get to pass the pain, you eliminate those toxic people, you might not get yourself physically from the space that you're currently in, although it's a toxic environment, but you can mentally remove yourself from it. And when you mentally remove yourself from it, there's something called headphones that you can always be feeding your soul with what is needed to be able to lift your spirits every single day. And once you're in a high vibration, you will naturally, mentally have left that situation and be able to mentally and spiritually move on to really figuring out who you truly are. That little summary that I gave you was something that I did when I was with an ex. Staying true to who you are is when you figure out who you are and you have that all down pat. It's standing up for what you truly believe in. When you stand up for your values, when you stand up for your honesty, for example, I'm like Mrs. Too Honest. That's my problem. I am too honest. I do have a too honest problem. I really do. And as much people might tell you, oh, yeah, but no, trust me, I do have a too honest problem. And my too honest problem is that, like, I literally refrain from lying, or if I tell you a lie, you'll see it on my face, and I just can't do something intentionally bad to some person and be able to sleep the night time. I can't, take something that's not mine and be able to rest and that not like bug the hell out of me. I can't do bad to some person that have done bad to me, although they've been horribly horrible to me. But I do create a space to delete and remove them from my life. That's why I do that, because for me to stay true to who I am, I gotta create boundaries for people like that. Because when you are genuinely a good person, people will try to get you do things that are completely out of your moral compass, but they don't care, because they're just feeding off of, they got you to do whatever it is. But once you stay true to who you are, stay true to your values, stand up for yourself, speak up more, say, I don't like this, or I'm not doing that, or you can do it without me. I don't need to do that with you. Because if it's something it's not something that you would actually do. Like, for me, perfect example, I might have like alcoholic drink at home with family and stuff. But when I go out, I'm not doing it. And some people might say, yeah, but you're out and you're having fun. No. Why I don't do that, it's not that because I'm thinking of the person might put something in my drink. I'm a little paranoid with those things. But not because of that. But because my value in that space is, I want to enjoy all the money I spent to attend this event, to come to this concert, to do whatever it is. And alcohol makes me tired. And I'm not getting myself tired at something that I paid $100 for or $50 for. I don't give a shit. I want to enjoy all my money. So therefore, I'm not drinking. Y'all have your drinks. You have your fun. But don't try to push a drink in my face, because I'll tell you to shit off. Stay true to who you are. That was an example. Stay true to who you are. You come on YouTube and you want to create videos, and they're telling you, oh, do this production and say this in the beginning and have this intro and have this thing going on, and all you want to do is pick up your camera, have a nice conversation, and then put it down. But no, what you do is create this person that's really not real, and then over time, in creating these types of videos, you lose yourself in it, and then you're so uncomfortable. And I'm a strong believer, that's why a lot of people end up having like millions of subscribers, millions of views, and they have all these play buttons, but then they just say, I'm just going to end my channel because they didn't stay true to who they were. I mean, there are people that they can't probably handle like the popularity or whatever, but it's never about that for me. Everything comes with a price. And if you only stay true to who you are, start listening to the gurus, start listening to the people that tell you that it's supposed to be like this or that. Stay true to who you are. Produce your videos however you feel like doing it, and just keep doing it. Although it might take you longer to reach your goal because you're doing it a little different, and then the algorithm does not understand the type of videos that you're doing, so they can't push you out as much as they might push out somebody else. That is fine. But once you stay true to who you are in the long run, it'll be so much easier. When you stay true to who you are, when you go to sleep at night, you feel so damn good about yourself. But you see, when you allow somebody to talk you into doing something that they will do, or that, that they encourage you or bully you to doing, what happens? You beat yourself up for falling in that trap. Stay true to who you are. And if you have a weak heart for people, if you have a weak heart for falling into, people's pushiness, can't put the word right there, but they're being very pushy. If you fall into peer pressure, that's what it is. You fall into peer pressure. Save this video, and the next time you feel somebody is peer pressuring you, tell them, give me 1 minute. I come and find this video. I remember that I said to stay true to who you are, because you will be paying the price in the end of it all when you go against your values, you go against what you stand for, and you do things just to please people. Because this life is for you to enjoy. You are awesome. And no matter what your thought process is, if you believe in something, stick to it. You'll be surprised the legacy that you leave. You'll also be surprised the respect that you earn, and you will be surprised at the person you become because you didn't follow the crowd. You always stay true to who you are, because that's really and truly the whole point of being you. Staying true to you, your values, and what you believe in. Thank you guys for watching, and remember to be brave, be strong, because you're going to need that strength to stay true to who you are and be you. Bye.